What if your NGO's dream could be derailed before it begins because of a missing document or misunderstood regulation? What if all your passion, your purpose, your mission to make the world better collapsed under the weight of one small compliance oversight? Don't let inspiration turn into frustration. Today, I'll show you the critical, often overlooked legal and structural steps that every aspiring NGO founder must get right, especially in 2025, to ensure your organization not only launches, but thrives. Welcome to Launch Your NGO, Essential Compliance Steps and Structures. Let's begin with Section 1, Why NGO Compliance Matters More Than Ever. In 2025, NGO compliance is no longer optional. It's survival. Governments around the world are tightening regulations. Banks are scrutinizing nonprofit accounts. Donors are now demanding full transparency before releasing a single dollar. One wrong step can lead to rejection of NGO registration, frozen bank accounts, inability to receive foreign funding, permanent loss of trust from donors. But the good news? If you follow the right steps from day one, your NGO will be future-proof, funder-ready, and compliant for years to come. Let's break it all down, step by step. Let's talk about Section 2. Step 1. Choose the right legal structure. Before you write a mission statement or design a logo, you must answer the most important question. What legal structure should my NGO have? Different countries have various legal structures for NGOs, but most fall into three main types. First, trust or foundation, ideal for charitable activities, managed by a board of trustees, simple to form but harder to modify, and best for long-term philanthropic work. Second, society or association, membership-based with a democratic structure, suitable for community groups, networks, and advocacy. Third, nonprofit company or non-stock corporation, operates like a corporate entity, has strong governance, preferred by international donors, and best for large, professionally run NGOs. Why this step matters in 2025. Donors increasingly favor NGOs with clear governance, legal identity, and auditability. Nonprofit companies often stand out. Host, choose the structure that aligns with your vision, your governing style, and your funding plans. Now let's move to Section 3. Step 2. Draft solid founding documents. Your founding document is your NGO's constitution, the rulebook that guides everything. Depending on your structure, this may be trust deed, memorandum of association, articles of incorporation, constitution, bylaws. These documents must include your NGO's purpose, governance structure, rules for meetings and decision-making, membership rights, if any, financial management rules, dissolution clause, conflict of interest policy. Overlooked but essential in 2025 include clear policies on data protection, anti-money laundering, ethical fundraising, transparency. This is what donors and regulators want to see. Now let's move to Section 4. Step 3. Form your governing board. Your governing board is the backbone of your NGO. It should not be formed just to tick a box for registration. It must be intentional. You need a minimum number of board members, varies by country, a mix of skills, finance, legal, nonprofit experience, community leadership. Clear roles, chairperson, treasurer, secretary. Avoid common mistakes. Don't select board members who are only family or friends. Don't choose people just to fill the form. Don't appoint inactive members. In 2025, functional governance is a requirement, not a formality. Donors will check your board just as carefully as your proposal. Let's talk about Section 5. Step 4. Register legally with the correct authority. This is where many NGOs face their first big hurdle. You must submit your application to the correct authority, which may include Registrar of Societies, Charity Commission, Ministry of Internal Affairs, Registrar of Companies, Local Government Authority. Your registration pack typically includes application form, founding documents, governing board details, ID, address proof of founders, registered office address, fees. 2025 tip. Many countries now require digital registration. Ensure your documents are in the correct formats, signed electronically if allowed, and compliant with online submission rules. Now let's talk about Section 6, Step 5. Set up your NGO bank account. A bank account is essential, but banks are stricter than ever. They will ask for registration certificate, founding documents, board resolution to open account, KYC documents, address proof, tax ID number. If your NGO plans to receive foreign funding, you may need special foreign contribution bank account, additional government approvals, enhanced reporting obligations. Getting this wrong can delay funding for months. Now let's move to Section 7, Step 6. Obtain the required permits and tax exemptions. After registration, your NGO may need tax exemption certificate, charity status certificate, foreign funding approval, local government permission for activities, social welfare department registration. This step is vital. Without tax exemption, many donors, especially corporate and international donors, cannot fund you legally. Next, let's move to Section 8, Step 7. Build your compliance framework. Once you've registered, compliance doesn't end. It begins. Your NGO needs a compliance calendar for annual returns, board meetings, annual general meeting, financial audits, tax filings, donor reporting, program reporting. You must also create internal policies, financial management, procurement, HR and volunteer policies, safeguarding, anti-fraud, data protection. This is how you build a strong, transparent, funder-ready NGO. Now we enter Section 9, Step 8. Create a sustainable organizational structure. A well-structured NGO is easier to manage, easier to scale, and easier to fund. Your structure may include executive director, program manager, finance officer, communications officer, monitoring and evaluation lead, volunteers. In 2025, donors expect NGOs to integrate digital tools, data-driven reporting, transparent financial systems, strong communication and storytelling. Organizational structure equals donor confidence. Starting an NGO is more than a registration process. It's a commitment to governance, transparency, and impact. If you follow the compliance steps and structures we discussed today, you'll not just launch an NGO. You'll build an organization that donors trust, communities respect, and partners gladly support. Remember, your passion starts the journey, but your compliance sustains it. If you want more NGO startup guides, fundraising strategies, and grant alerts, don't forget to subscribe and explore our resources at Funds for NGOs.